This is Josiah Plays Alpha Protocol. Alright, we just completed the Investigate Warehouse District Data Trail mission. We did 5 out of 5 objectives. We found 10 hidden loot. We got $37,200 in cash and prizes. Most effective weapon was our hands. We tranked 2 guys. We knocked 15 guys out by hand. See, this isn't true, where it says 28%, because that's from my chain shots that I used. And for some reason, when you use chain shot, sometimes it counts some of the shots as a miss. So in actuality, I really had 100% there, because I didn't actually miss with my pistol. But because of that, I basically hardly ever used chain shot in the playthrough where I went for 100% pistol accuracy. Oh yeah, I haven't done that yet, Durzak. That fight's a motherfucker. Well, lol, chain shot, but without chain shot, that fight's a motherfucker. Agent Thorton traced a data trail from Sheikh Shahid's computer network to an apparently abandoned warehouse in Taipei. The warehouse was guarded by an unknown faction armed with submachine guns and sophisticated vision-enhancing goggles. The location appears to have been a shadow network hub that collected and stored data from other intelligence agencies. Oh yeah, Shadow Up also. Yeah, Chain Shot and Shadow Up are the 2 most overpowered skills in the entire game. And I have both of them. Makes hard mode a lot easier. If you play this on hard like I did my second playthrough, if you play this on hard without stealth or pistols or sabotage, it is brutally hard. Hey Jen, welcome. Glad you could make it. How you doing? Agent Thornton successfully bugged the network hub's servers without being detected. While Albatross and G22 were not friendly with Agent Thornton, the fact he had disarmed the security exploits in their Taipei cell seemed to give G22 enough incentive to assist in protecting Sung. It is suspected their potential involvement may have undisclosed benefits for G22, and that Agent Thornton is simply a convenient ally in this situation. Information recovered from the Shadow Network bugs indicates details of the assassination plot will be delivered at the Qingmei subway station. Oh, new mission acquired. Oh, maybe not. We have to do another mission first. Lacking a means to locate the courier within the station, however, Agent Thornton cannot apprehend the courier and acquire the plans without further evidence. Yeah, we have to do another mission before we can do the subway station one. Okay. Back to the safe house. Checkpoint
I thought
reached.
this line was supposed to be secure.
It should be. What happened?
Some jackass in a bad scarf called. He had this creepy old man vibe. Probably hangs around with underage girls all the time.
That's actually
will just take anybody these days, huh?
a funny joke
Yeah,
if
it was a
you
shock
already
for me,
know
too.
about
I'm
the game.
guessing he didn't call to chat. What did he want?
I don't know. Something about a pizza delivery that never showed up. I think it was the wrong number.
Mike?
He found the bugs I planted. Wanted them shut down. I figured it was in my best interest not to piss him off. We should have what we need by now anyways.
Too bad. A look inside their network might have told us more about who we're dealing with.
So, what do we got?
Not a lot. I downloaded what I could before you shut down the bugs. But we're offline now.
I hope Albatross's goodwill is worth it. What did we get?
It looks like the network was part of the ShadowNet G22 uses to monitor global intelligence services. I ran a search for the keywords Ronald Sung and assassination, and got a hit.
A sudden spike in grassy knoll activity in the area?
I've got an email intercept indicating that the assassin will be receiving the details of the assignment tomorrow night at the subway station on the Qingmei line.
What, that's it? Nothing about who the assassin is or who's giving the handoff?
That's all the search came back with. Sorry, Mike. Looks like we'll need to gather some more evidence.
Anything else I might find useful?
Sorry. I barely had time to pull this information before we lost access.
We got the intel we needed, at least. I'll be in touch when I'm ready to move forward.
Take care, Mike.
Checkpoint reached. Now, she said it's going to be tomorrow night, right? But there's no actual passage of time in this game. I can travel to Russia and Rome and back as many times as I want, and it will still be tomorrow night. Which I'm glad about. I hate passage of time in games, honestly. So I've got dossiers to look at. First of all, there's G22. Unknown, suspected American origin. Founded unknown. Organization, a covert terrorist organization. Terrorist, in quotes. It is not known if the name G22 refers to the organization itself, or simply a cell or set of cells within it. G22 is believed to be composed primarily of former soldiers and intelligence operatives, which suggests the organization as a whole is familiar with the operating protocols of multiple intelligence groups worldwide. The skill with which G22 is able to cover their tracks provides ample support for this theory. Due to their ability to lure experienced members, despite being recognized as a criminal organization by most UN nations, it is assumed G22 has extensive funding to cover the cost of their operations. Even G22's division of command is not fully understood, but considering their network, it is assumed their goals involve political and economic operations on a global scale. So, they're pretty mysterious. Maybe we'll learn more about them. Let's see. Who else? Oh, we learned about Albatross. We just talked to Albatross. He already likes me quite a bit because of the way I handled things. We don't know how old he is or what his nationality is, but he's the leader of G22 cell. Little is known of codenamed Albatross. It is believed he is a former CIA analyst who faked his death and surgically altered his face and fingerprints. How a low-ranking, non-violent analyst would turn up leading a cell of the covert G22 organization is even more difficult to understand. Whether or not Albatross shares his identity with the former CIA analyst, or was responsible for the murders of the other individuals within his division, he should be approached with caution and taken in by any means necessary. And the reason my character with the veteran line made that joke about he probably hangs out with underage girls is because of Sis, the G22 agent, who is in fact a teenage girl who hangs out with Albatross. So it's kind of like an inside joke. That's why it's only on the veteran line, so you have to have already played through the game once to be able to get that line. And after that, let's do some martial arts here in the base. Okay, and after we've done that, we will go to the computer, check our email. Alright, from Mike Thornton to Mike Thornton. Note to self, files on Halbeck's foreign elections fraud. Oh, these are those Halbeck data files that I found in the, in that one briefcase. Original message, Yuri. We're going to need to get some feet on the ground and squash this voter fraud thing before it gets picked up by the international news. If it gets out that we tampered with the voting machines we supplied to Taiwan, we'll likely lose our entire Pacific goodwill. We're going to pull a Kennedy on this one. I'm going to shunt some money your way, and you're going to get 7 good men to head up a shill corp to make a hard-hitting documentary about the election. Fill it with conspiracy theorist lingo and editing. Get some facts right, some facts wrong. Once the film hits, we'll anger people who already hate us. Hippie college kids, the average Taiwanese citizen, and push the notion of us tampering with the election into the realm of counterculture pot talk. Attaches the full plan. Peruse it and get back to me if you have any questions. K. Jacobson, Director of Special Projects. This email is intended for the addressee shown. It contains information that is confidential and protected from disclosure. Any review, dissemination, or use of this transmission or its contents by persons or unauthorized employees of the intended organizations is strictly prohibited. Well, we're about to break some prohibitions. So now I can take this and I can decide who I'm going to send this information to. I can sell it on the black market. I have some internal communications detailing attempts to cover up voter fraud in Taiwanese elections. See if you can't find me a buyer interested in going somewhere with this story. Email me when the intel's sold. Thanks. So this gets me the most money. I can blackmail Halbeck with it. Yeah, Halbeck definitely got Trump elected. Mr. Jacobson, I didn't realize voter fraud was becoming a leading American export. I'm sure the U.S. State Department would love to hear about this. I bet the Republic of China would love it even more. Oh, and I'm sure Leland would be glad to know you, or one of your lackeys let this information get circulated out of your control. It's as simple as this. Send me a dead drop of funds and I'll squash this little leak for you. If not, I'll make sure it's plastered over the news. Anonymous. So this is, I get money out of this, plus I get to piss off Halbeck. Or I can send it to Scarlet. Now, I don't know why I have to choose one of these three, when realistically I should be able to do all of them. But, you know, whatever. I can send it to Scarlet, the reporter. Hello, Scarlet. I guess election fraud is still all the rage with rich white guys. According to some info I found on Halbeck, the director of special projects had a hand in manipulating a Taiwanese election. Also seems they have an interesting tactic for covering it up. I figured you might want to run a story or two about this. Good luck. M. Thornton. So if I send it to Scarlet, I don't think I get any money, or if I do, it's a very small amount. But Scarlet likes it, plus then maybe she sends me some information back about something useful once we're trading information. So I am going to send it to Scarlet. Seems like the best thing to do. And I instantly know that I got reputation with her somehow. Okay. Oh, Stephen Hack. Now we're fucking talking. Yes, this is my guy. Alright, here we go. From Stephen Hack to Mike Thornton. Very important! Must read! Thornton, you need to read this! I just got an email from my buddy who's infiltrated the Federal Reserve, and he's told me about how the government is making a land grab of untold epic proportions. We're talking total shitstorm here, and they've been planning this thing for years. And if you don't believe me, tell me why Andrew Jackson was almost killed by an assassin who attempted to kill Jackson with a pair of pistols at close range when Jackson tried to stop the centralized banking institution, just like Garfield and just like McKinley were assassinated. The classic Zionist Jesuit assassin tactic to silence those who would oppose the one bank, one government, one regime plan that is responsible for the current land grab, which is happening right now thanks to deregulation in the early 90s that allowed the banks to capitalize beyond the 12-to-1 ratio and issue mortgages to people who can't truly afford them. It was all planned to fail, because everyone who helped pass those laws wanted it to fail, so that buyers would default on mortgages and their real property would end up owned by the bank for free. Free? Because the money they lent to the people to buy these houses was made by the Federal Reserve that can print money whenever they feel like it. So that they can basically print money, hand this printed money to a bank, the bank hands it to you in exchange for your land and house as collateral, and then they make the banks fail, air quotes, even though they don't fail, they just get absorbed by other banks that are really one bank in the first place, and the different companies is an illusion. And your house becomes worth less than the loan, which was fake printed money, and then you end up giving your land to the bank, and now they're buying up all the land in America for free! Heck. I fucking love this guy. He's so hilarious. And now I get a choice of replies. These will probably be pretty funny. Alright. I can just write him back and say, Dear Steven, please shut the fuck up. Sincerely yours, Michael Thornton. I can be polite. Steven, That's quite possibly the longest single sentence I've ever read. I think you're right. There's definitely evil going on. How about we discuss it further after we finish dealing with more immediate issues? M. Thornton. Or I can bait him. Holy crap, Stephen! We're through the looking glass! It goes deeper than that. The men in charge of the banking system want to deny 4 opposite corner days. The word Earth indicates one, entity, or singularity, but Earth is not an entity, for half of Earth seen from space cannot exist without the opposite half not seen. Evil God-believers refuse to acknowledge 4 corner days rotating simultaneously around 4-quadrant created Earth in only one rotation. MT, you know we're gonna send this one. And then we'll get a hilarious email back from him in response. Perk acquired, Textaholic. I think that's for sending. Oh, see, he liked that a lot. He liked that a lot. Okay, hold on. Let's see what our perk is. Replied to 5 emails. Oh, it just gives you some extra XP. Okay, that's not that exciting. Alright. Access computer. Let's take a look at the clearinghouse. Alright, we could get intel. See, a lot of these intel are only here because I met with certain people first, which is pretty cool. And of course, now that we made a contact with G22, there will be intel available for other missions, not just in Taipei, but around the world. There will be new intel available from G22 that wouldn't have been before. So that's why I like to do this mission first, so I can have a contact with G22 before I do any other missions. Just in case, you know. And then there's missions where you deal with G22 directly, and having already made friends with Albatross, it helps things along. Alright, so... I have $114,000. I'm gonna sell an extended pistol clip and some pistol ammo. No! Did I just accidentally sell tranq rounds? Well, whatever. I have 79 of them. That's enough. I don't think I accidentally sold tranq rounds. Sell some shotgun ammo. And that's it, actually. Still no tranq rounds. Look how expensive they are. But there's none anyway, so it doesn't matter. I don't remember what contact you have to get or whatever in order to buy tranq rounds. Open weapon locker. Don't need to do that. Alright, so it's time to go do our next mission. So we need to think about what we want to do. Do I want to keep going on Taipei missions, or do I want to go somewhere else? I kind of want to go to Rome. Like, I only have these two here, the Triad Headquarters and the Grand Hotel mission. Grand Hotel mission's pretty fun. The Triad Headquarters one is, it's okay. But which ones do I have available in Moscow? And in Rome. Let's just go to Rome and see what's up. Since we can get all over the world instantaneously, and it will still be tomorrow night, quote-unquote. Moscow. Oh, I got new email just for traveling. What? Oh, I was gonna look at the TV too.
Coalition forces report sporadic outbreaks of violence
same old
across
story.
the Middle East, believed to be part of a power struggle between rival terrorist
I like the
organizations.
Rome safe house the best, I think.
Colonel J. Robert Powers tells INN that a suspected
Taipei.
camp on the outskirts of Josiah
See what
was
you did
destroyed
there.
yesterday, allegedly in a daring daytime.
Oh, Scarlett and Steven got back to me. Yes. Scarlett says, "Hello, Mr. Thornton. I should ditch the journalism thing and just make electronic voting machines. It sounds far more profitable. Like any good world-traveling journalist, I have a contact that can translate my work into every dialect of Chinese still in use. I should give her a call. This is a good lead, thanks. Scarlet Lake." And she sent me $1,000, which is not very much. I would have gotten a lot more from the other options, but I don't mind. Alright, another email from Hack. Here we go. Dude! Thornton! You're blowing my freaking mind! Shit, dude, that's just... wow! I'm totally gonna show you my manuscript. I'm almost done. It's a treatise on how the price fluctuations in commodities are part of an organized effort at mind control. Just like yesterday, the price of strawberries went up. Why? I'll tell you why. Because they wanted it to go up, so they could see how much it would change things. Change the likelihood of alcoholism or suicide or military enrollment. Each and every change in prices is a finely controlled shift in the experiment to find the right set of influences to make people most amenable to suggestion. Notice how the price in gasoline steadily climbs, and yet it always dips down in time for an election. That's not OPEC. That's the President of the United States messing with us! It's all part of a carefully orchestrated experiment, and I'm blowing the lid off this thing! Oh. Hey, I gotta see a man about getting me a table saw. Heck. A table... do we even want to know what he's gonna do with the table saw? Do we even want to know? Oh, Jabril Al-Bara and the CIA listening post. Okay. Yeah, I should do these missions. I'll do Jabril Al-Bara because this one's pretty quick. Alright, dossier information on Jabril Al-Bara. Purchasing this intel will add to your dossier on Jabril Al-Bara, an alleged associate of the Al-Samad terrorist network. Spending some money on the street to gather information on Al-Samad operatives in the area should help you identify the right target. Okay, I'll take it. Dossier info. Operation Deus Volt. Previous. Wanted. Information regarding Al-Samad operatives in and around the Rome area. Can you imagine just... yeah, I'm a covert agent trying to stop some terrorists. So I'm just gonna go on the internet to, like, random forums and stuff and just be like, yo, anybody know anything about Al-Samad? Like... that goes back to this old joke that me and my buddy, my old roommate, used to have when we were watching the show 24. We made this joke about something that was going on in the show because they were like using the computer to look up some information that seemed really dodgy, and my buddy was like, "Can somebody Google terrorists in Los Angeles?" And we've made that joke like over and over. Every time something like this comes up, we're like, "Can we Google terrorists in Los Angeles?" He's basically just like, yo, can somebody Google Al-Samad in Rome? He's going on Reddit, posting a fucking... the counterterrorism subreddit. I don't know. Attached are some files swiped from the SISMI database. There's a ton of information in there, but unfortunately, SISMI spends a great deal of time dealing with Sicilian wise guys, so this Al-Samad person will be buried somewhere deep in those files. Thank God for Control F. Anonymous. Yeah, Control F. Okay. And then Al-Bara dossier, which cost $8,100. I just sent you some files regarding Jabril al-Bara, a known al-Samadi sympathizer and an alleged financier of their organization. Anonymous. The other thing is, how do I know that the information I'm getting from these anonymous randos on the fucking darknet is even accurate? Like, how do I even know this is good intel?
Forces report sporadic outbreaks of violence across the Middle East, believed to be part of a power struggle.
Let's see what we got. We read the first paragraph already. This paragraph right here is what we got for 8,100 bucks. Al-Bara is a practiced socialite, and while he is difficult to track at most times, his gatherings attract many noteworthy figures in Europe and beyond. Many of them well connected. As much as harming Al-Bara would cause repercussions within Al-Samad, harming his guests may cause repercussions in public circles. Right, so I don't want to go shooting up his guests, in other words. Good to know.
We've always known that kids enjoy candy, but what are some of the downsides to this link? A recent study by scientists at the American Medical Association has linked the consumption of sugar to hyperactivity and inattentiveness in kids, especially when combined with an empty stomach.
Apparently, after normal, healthy children are given a great deal of sugar, their bodies release vast quantities of the hormone adrenaline, which turns even the calmest child into an uncontrollable hellion. According to one researcher, we gave them a bag of candy bars, and then in like a half hour they were running around being crazy, end quote.
Researchers managing the study recommended parents attempt to reduce their child's sugar intake, or at least balance it with other snacks containing fat and carbohydrates. Like chips and pretzels, right?
Yes, Melissa, that would probably work. But parents should remain aware of the dangers that sugar poses to their children and their families.
Well, that's certainly food for thought.
These two news anchors
On a US base in Tehran has
are
led
so
to
fucking awkward.
an early morning raid by members
It's
of an
amazing.
yet unidentified group.
Hey,
The
Splode,
overseas
welcome. How you
soldiers
doing,
reported
Splode? Good to see ya.
US military
Reefer
sources say
madness,
the
right?
weapons used in the attack
Sugar
were weapons
madness.
they are used to seeing, and that they suspect
Alright, let's go
ammunition
deal with this Jabril al-Bara situation.
Chinese government officials today announced that the People's
There we go. Get a positive visual ID on al-Bara. Intel suggests an ally of Shahid. An ally? An ally of Shahid, Jabril al-Bara, is hosting a fundraising banquet at a chateau in the Italian countryside. Infiltrating the estate shouldn't be difficult, but once there, you'll need to scan the guests one by one to identify al-Bara. While you will be equipped with a sniper rifle, you should only need it if you encounter resistance. The rifle is equipped with a digital scope that can upload images of targets to your handler and check for a match. Once you've identified al-Bara, leave the premises or deal with him as you see fit. Dun dun dun. You got an update to your dossier on al-Bara, your target for this mission. An informant has provided you with a database of al-Samad identities. This will allow faster identification of suspects. Let's do it.
blown and completely gross.
You in place?
Yep. Got a good view of the estate where this
Lakia,
meeting is supposed to take
Italy.
place. What now?
Al-Bara's our target. He's supposed to be here tonight.
Well, I'm glad I brought this rifle. But what's the deal with the scope?
It can transmit images to me in real time.
In real time.
Aim at someone, and I'll run their picture through the database. See if we get a match. The longer you focus on a target, the quicker I can make an ID. The ID is all I need.
And if the target's a scumbag, I take him out?
That's your call. If you decide to shoot, just make sure you don't do it if the target's inside of a camera or another person. We don't know who Al-Bara's meeting, so taking anyone else out may have repercussions, depending on who their friends are.
So basically I can snipe a bunch of dudes with the rifle if I wish. Oh, I love that zoom though. Of course, the sensitivity is stupid high on the sniper rifle scope. Like, I have to basically move the mouse like 1 millimeter at a time, or else... Damn it, please don't move, sir. Please stop with
Owns a
all the...
sports car dealership in Naples. Does a lot of international business, but no criminal record. Not our guy.
I don't trust him. He's Amedeo Castini. It's very difficult to...
They saw that. They'll need to take out the witnesses before they radio for help.
Well, so much for taking out the witnesses before they radio for help.
Mike, the guards have radioed in an alarm. Get out of there.
Alright, heading out.
Basically, I failed the mission. So, let's load that checkpoint. I knew I was going to reload. I wasn't actually going to shoot that guy. I just wanted to...
You in place?
Yep.
Our target.
Well, glad I brought this right.
Son,
And if the target's a scumbag, I take him out?
that's your call. If you decide to shoot, just make sure you don't do it if the target's inside of a camera or another person. We don't know who Albar is meeting, so taking anyone else out may have repercussions, depending on who their friends are.
I wonder if I can turn down the mouse sensitivity using my mouse itself.
Owns a sports car dealership in Naples. Does a lot of international business, but no criminal record. Not our guy.
These buttons on my mouse that allegedly reduce the sensitivity don't actually seem to be doing shit in this particular case. Actually, no, it did work, I think. I don't know. Did it work? Not really. Amedeo Castini, who do we have here?
Roman artist. Made a name for himself last year with a controversial exhibit in Paris. Some local juvenile offenses, but otherwise he's clean. Not our target.
Antonio Fiorenzo. I forgot how I get to, like, the house. There must be one more guy that I have to scan out here. I only see these two guys, though. Wait, there's the other guy.
A nobody.
Looks like the guards are clear. Moving up to the next position.
A nobody.
In position.
All right, let's begin.
That's the guy that sold me a lemon. Snipe. Oh, look, my mouse sensitivity is way down. Interesting. Need to return it to normal. Okay, I think it's at normal now. Alright, let's see who we've got. This guy.
Security guard. He's clean.
Gilbert Jansen. There's the lady and...
Well, she's a little underdressed.
Definitely a cold night from the looks of it.
All right, Mike.
So we're creeping on this lady. Is there somebody else in there that she's like dancing with or for? Or is she literally just in a room by herself, randomly dancing in her underwear? Stranger Things, I guess. Oh my god, the mouse sensitivity is fucking ridiculous. I do need to use the thing on my mouse, I think, to turn it down. Yeah, it's better now, but it's still really, really high.
Private security. Ex-special forces. Not our man.
Elmo
But
Garibaldi.
definitely a professional. He planned and led the assault that took back the hijacked British jet last year.
I remember reading about that. Should I get an autograph for you?
No, I work for the infamous Mike Thorton. Compared to you, he's small time.
Oh, thanks, Mina. Hmm. Can watch some TV.
We can catch the news later, provided we don't make it.
Elmo Garibaldi. I need to get to another part of the house. But I think there's somebody... That guy.
Spanish celebrity talk show host. He's a known meth user, but nothing related to financing terrorists or arms smuggling.
Meth user? Take him out! Is there somebody else down here? There's gotta be, right? And yet I really don't see anybody. Okay. We've ID'd this dude. Ah, wait. Is there somebody... Nah, that's just that one guy. There's somebody I'm missing. And I don't know... Oh, it's this guy right here. Ah, shit, he moves back behind... That's right, he's behind the tree most of the time. That's why I didn't see him before. I have to wait till that guy moves back out here. There he is.
Dutch flower baron. He's suspected of dipping into the drug trade. But that's all I've got. Nothing really incriminating.
I'm in position overlooking the chateau. A lot of guests tonight.
I see. Mike, be very...
Careful, I know. I don't want a mob after me before we have a target.
That guy probably committed treason. Nice.
He's a curator for one of the museums in town. His latest exhibit on the Crusades has drawn some fire, but otherwise he's clean.
Crusade exhibit? Take him out.
He's a cop in Rome. Must be moonlighting as a bodyguard for one of these guys.
A cop? But this guy. Are you a terrorist, sir?
Immigrated to France from the West Bank about 10 years ago, and serves on the board of directors for the Christian Islamic Confederation. He's practically a saint. Keep looking.
I don't trust saints. Pew. I don't trust saints. I don't trust saints. Who's this muffug?
An American novelist. He's got a bestseller right now on corporate involvement in the Middle East.
Oh, is it any good?
I'm waiting for the movie. Anyway, nothing on him.
Fausto Pace. Not sure who I'm looking for this time. There's obviously somebody I'm missing. But I don't know who. No, I don't know who. Don't know who. I don't know who. Don't see nobody else. There's gotta be someone else. Because it's not letting. Oh! Up there!
That's Albara. That's him.
Take him out.
Hold on. A lot of State Department and Interpol records. State Department says he's dirty. Interpol says his finances are legitimate, though. And
Mina, do I take him out?
none of these State Department records are sourced. I can't tell where they came from, or when. Best I can tell, their intel was added to his sheet a few months before you left for Saudi Arabia.
He's a member of Al-Samad, right?
I don't know. I'd say yes. But I might be wrong. You can take him out, or we can abort. It's up to you.
I'm going to let him live. Unlock some dossier stuff, secret facts. I'm letting him live.
I'm aborting the mission.
All right, Mike.
Got a couple perks. Alright, Agent Thorton infiltrated a local estate in search of Jabril al-Bara, a suspected high-ranking member of Al-Samad. Al-Bara was believed to be hosting a fundraising banquet at a chateau in the Italian countryside. So Agent Thornton set up a surveillance post within sight of the main gates, catching the last of the guests as they were arriving. Bonus objective. Agent Thornton identified all the guests at the gate without being spotted. After failing to spot Albara at the main gate, Agent Thornton moved deeper into the chateau and staked out the guest house. Bonus objective. Agent Thornton identified all the targets at the guest house without being spotted. After failing to spot Albara at the guest house, Agent Thornton staked out the chateau. Bonus objective. Agent Thornton identified Albara and waited for the background check to be complete. Upon receiving the information, Albara's ties to Shahid were confirmed, but he seemed innocent of any wrongdoing, so Agent Thornton departed the premises after making a positive ID. It seems Agent Thornton's activities in Rome have been successful in uncovering Halbeck's plans. Upon returning to the safe house, Thornton had a message waiting for him, requesting a meeting at a local cafe concerning Halbeck. Yes, here we go. Now we get to meet another important character. Alright. And I just leveled up.
What's that beeping noise?
An important email has arrived. They're like, we really want you to check your email this time.
We've always known that kids enjoy candy.
It says, sugar-breeding demon children?
A study by scientists at the American Medical Association has linked the consumption of sugar to hyperactivity and inattentiveness in kids, especially when combined with an empty stomach.
Apparently, after normal, healthy children are given a great deal of sugar, their bodies release...
Alright, so... First things first. Intel. %% completion on his dossier. Albara's desire for privacy versus his extensive social network are at odds with each other. He recognizes the need for networking and promoting himself, but does so in rigidly controlled conditions. Albara is unlikely to meet guests at the gate, and once they are inside, he often has his servants or guards handle the formal escort procedures. Any attempt to reach Albaro will require getting past several layers of his compound, then being patient until he makes his eventual appearance. Yeah, I noticed. Wait. Secret fact! Jibril is a confirmed cell leader of Al-Samad, and while his sympathies clearly lie with the terrorist organization, the State Department has implicated him in various financial corruption scandals, but this information doesn't match Interpol's financial records on Albaya. Strangely enough, the State Department's evidence was added to Albara's file a few months before Operation Desert Spear was set in motion to deal with Shahid. So there's something more going on here, it sounds like. Maybe he's being set up as a patsy. New mission available? No. Contact Jibril Albara. Nice. Because I let him live. What organization did I learn more about? Albeck? No. I didn't. Okay. Look at my service record. I have 21 points to spend. Can I raise martial arts? No. Can I raise technical aptitude? No. I guess I'm raising sabotage then. Advanced binary invisibility makes it last 5 seconds. It's pretty nice. And overclock advanced. I never use overclock anyway, but whatever. And I can't spend any more points unless I bought skills that I don't care about. I mean, I'm going to save my points for when the next tiers of these things... Oh, remote hack is next. Remote hack is great. So great. Confirm my changes, yeah. Confirm them up. We got a perk called Profiler. Completed your 5th dossier. And we got a perk called On the Guest List. You exercise a thorough investigation of your target by identifying all operatives in the vicinity of Jibril Albara. Got an intel discount. I got lots of perks.
Enjoy candy, but what are some of the downsides to this link? A recent study by scientists at the American Medical Association.
Sure if I'm on normal sensitivity. Oh no, that's crazy sensitivity. Okay, this must be normal.
The consumption of sugar to hyperactivity,
so we've got an important email.
Apparently, after normal, healthy children.
From Mina Tang to Mike Thornton, I bet you wish you were here. We had a new recruit join the agency today. We put him through the hazing ritual and he handled the guards and gunfire with nerves of steel. Except for... well, when he finally came into the weapons range, I could smell something a little fierce. Turns out he crapped himself during the exercise. On the one hand, he was drugged, terrified, and disoriented, and shat himself. On the other hand, he was such a pro that he didn't let a jockstrap full of waste get between him and an ace performance. I guess we're still trying to figure out what to do with him. So as for the important question, miss me? Mina, see, Mina really starting to like us now. She's a lot more personal and friendly with her messages. Alright, I can be dismissive. I only miss the Mina Tang that sends me valuable intel instead of flirting with me. Oh, that's a cold shot right there. I can be direct. Do I miss you in the sense that I wish I were back in the gray box? No. Do I miss you in the sense that we need to cut through the small talk and resolve the matter of our sexual tension? Yes. M. Thornton. No, that's far too direct. Will be funny. Of course. I need someone to watch me shoot targets and tell me what a huge stud I am for only rarely soiling myself. Wait, are you trying to flirt with me, Ms. Tang? I'm a busy man. I have a world to save. MT. Yeah, we're going with that one. Okay, and then we got an email from Jabril Al-Bara himself, which we wouldn't have obviously gotten if we had murder-faced him. Mr. Thorton, if you stalk a man with political and criminal connections, kill him before he uses his contacts to track you down. I know that you were lurking outside the chateau, but don't know why. Consider my interest piqued. I refuse to let you intimidate me. Let's meet face to face. See if you have the guts to kill me in broad daylight. Meet me at the Café Triunfo. Jabril Al-Bara, don't you understand, Jabril? If I wanted you dead, you would already be dead. Why would I kill you when we meet face to face? Let's see what kind of replies I've got an option for here. I can investigate. Hey, Mina. I got this email from Jabril. Seems a little odd that he found out who I was, and odder still that he wants to talk with me. If you have a moment, see if you can trace this email for me and pull up some intel. I can agree. Professor Al-Bara, if you want to meet, so be it. I have questions about events here in Rome, and I suspect you have some answers. Cafe Triunfo it is, M. Thornton. Or I can taunt him. Professor Al-Bara, if I wanted you dead, that would have been your going-away party. I don't make a habit of sitting down to sip coffee with terrorists. Sorry, Jabril. If you want to meet, I'll need data on Al-Samad's cell activity, monetary channels, names of leaders, stuff I can use to put your associates into prison cells and or mass graves, M. Thornton. I'm going to go with investigate here. And now I'm waiting for an email back from Mina, so what I think I want to do... Oh, I can get... For a lot of money, I can... Well, let's hold off on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to travel to another safe house. And hopefully, in traveling, it will make enough time pass to where I can get another email back from Mina about this guy. So, let's jam over to Moscow real quick and see what's cracking off there.
But with Taiwanese President Ronald...
New email.
Terrorism. Still a threat? Authors from best-selling books on terrorism say yes and point to a recent rise in incidents in the Middle East as proof of their claims. Could another incident like 9/11 be in our future? Tune in for our special feature, Terror Threat. Global terror in our backyards.
We've always known that kids enjoy candy, but what are some of the downsides to this link? A recent study by scientists at the American Medical Association.
Alright. 2 emails from Mina. The first one says, I'm not just trying to flirt, I'm doing an excellent job of it, if I may say so myself. Now I have to get back to optimizing the memory usage of my proxy bypass program. If I show too much human emotion in one email, I might lose my reputation as frigid bitch of the gray box. Mina. When did this game come out? 2006, Splode. Or was it 2010? I thought it was 2006. Pretty old anyway. But I can't send her another email back right now. But this is the one about the thing from Jabril. Hey Mike, that email address is indeed Jabril's, and it was sent from a Roman IP address. That said, a dozen governments have Al-Bara on the watch list. And unless someone's running an excellent decoy orchestration, Al-Bara's been spotted fleeing Italy on the first flight to Turkey he could find. I'm pretty sure this is a setup, though Cafe Triunfo is a pretty odd place to kill someone without drawing a crowd. It's your call, Mike, but I'd suggest going there and keeping your wits about you. Alright, let's go keep my wits.
Kids, especially when combined with an empty stomach.
Apparently, after normal, healthy children are given a great deal of sugar, their bodies...
Oh, Lazo's yacht. Alright, after I go to meet Jabril, I'm going to come back here and do this mission next, I think. Track suits.
With other snacks containing fat.
Alright. No new emails this time. They did a very bad job advertising it. It didn't get hyped and marketed hardly at all, and that's, I think, one of the main reasons. Plus the bugginess. It was pretty buggy at release. It's still kind of buggy now, but it was buggier then. The bugginess, but also the fact that Sega did a shit-tastic job of marketing the game. One of the reasons why it failed so hard. Okay, and the prancing run, that's one of the reasons why it's awesome. Prance run. Alright, let's go meet with this motherfucker. Wait! Let's get that intel first. Instant turning. I love instant turning. I hate waiting around for turning. Alright. Contact Jabril Al-Bara. Dossier information on Marburg. Purchasing this intel will expand your dossier on Conrad Marburg, an elder statesman of the espionage world. It may prove useful when meeting with Jabril Al-Bara. Now, on its face, that doesn't really make any sense. Like, why, if I know I'm going to meet with Jabril Al-Bara, why the fuck would I bother getting information on Conrad Marburg, who, as far as I know, is 100% unconnected? So, just the fact that I'd be getting this feels a little spoilery to me. I mean, I know why I'm getting that, but, like, when you're playing this game for the first time, then you're like, oh, I guess Conrad Marburg must be involved in this upcoming conversation somehow. Which they shouldn't really, like, reveal to you, I don't feel like, until you're actually there. Marburg. Let's see. Marburg still carries out VCI field operations, and judging from the debriefings, he's a one-man army. He's carried out operations in Kuwait, South Africa, and was believed to have been involved in an oil refinery explosion in Moscow. In each instance, he was in and out, quickly and efficiently. So he's a pretty solid agent himself. Turning animations are for noobs. Alright, here we go. I need to end this episode before we do this. If you're watching the stream, don't go anywhere because I am not done playing. If you're watching on YouTube, this episode is now at an end. So thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Alpha Protocol.